finals of the European Snooker Championship 2026 here in Gandia, Spain. On table 3, Robin Hall from Finland and Anton Kazakov from Ukraine, with the referee Stephen Foster from Ireland. And on table 4, Umut Dikme from Germany and Oliver Sykes from England, with the referee Katalin Kojok from Moldova.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome along to the EBSA European Championship semi-finals, and 4 players looking to make it through to this afternoon's main event. Our concentration this morning is on the match between Umut Dikme and Oliver Sykes. It's frame 1, best of 7, Oliver Sykes to break. Well, it's been a top event, 170 plus players, and it's now down to the last 4. Our referee is from Moldova, Katalin Kojok, experienced referee. Derek Kiley here with you right through the semi-final, and of course later on this afternoon we'll have the 2026 European Championship final here in the Hotel Gandia Palace. Both these players have been in top form coming into the semi-final. Oliver Sykes, of course, 3rd in the English Under-21 Tour, has had some great success in the English Open, played in the shootout this year as well. Very much one of the top players, and that's an excellent opening pot from Oliver. Very much one of the top players on the scene in England at the moment in English snooker. Umut, well, number 1 in the order of merit, flies out to China tonight, and will play in the World Open on Monday morning against Zhu Yichen at 3 a.m. So busy times for this very talented German player. Well, what has impressed me the most about Oliver in this championship is that his level of concentration and his play has been immaculate. Already, he plays with such ease, very mature, very focused. Of course, the winner of this championship will become a professional on the main tour, World Snooker. We have a situation similar to Turkey last year, and the other semi-final is Anton Kazakov against Robin Hull. Anton won the Under-21 championship here and was awarded a place back on the tour again. And if Anton wins the semi-final, you can imagine that this is just like a final really, because the player that meets him in the final will be guaranteed a tour card, but there's a lot of snooker left in these semi-finals. Robin, of course, 2-time winner, has come back after large gaps and done it again, and nobody is writing him off, I can promise you. These 4 players are all capable. They get the bit of luck, the rub of the green, and score heavy. They can all do that. So this is table 4 in the venue, and table 3 is the other semi-final, and we'll keep you up to date with what's happening in that game as well. Well, that's a very quick 20 points and good positional play on every shot so far. It's not easy to come to the table and just do this. It looks like Oliver's been playing on the table for an hour, but he's actually just minutes in and already is playing excellent snooker. Great position there to the bottom left corner pocket as well. So there is a lot at stake here. There'll be a lot of tension. There'll be nerves. It's only natural. Big prize, European champion. is up for grabs, as well as the golden ticket to professional snooker. So the final today will be at 4 p.m. Central European Time. That's 3 p.m. GMT. And it will be over the best of 9 frames. But there's a bit of business to be done here first. 2 very important matches. Oh, that one, well, it went in, but I had a little look at the pocket before it did fall, but it's worked out okay. Position on the black is excellent. It's going to try and disturb a few more reds here, I think. And that's okay, that's worked out pretty well. He's got a red to the left corner, he's got a red to the left centre. It's a dream start for Oliver. He's got the red up by the green as well. And the balls are spread pretty nicely here. And already over the half-century mark in this break. And hasn't been a single error in terms of position of play. This is beautiful to watch. Really good snooker from Oliver Sykes. In the last 16, Oliver had a 4-2 win over Ashley Carty, and that was a cracking game. It was 2 players that a lot of people were tipping here to win this championship, and a 4-1 win over Kevin Hansen's from Belgium in the quarter-final to get to this semi-final here this morning in Spain. It was a quarter-final win for Umut. He beat Poland's Mikhail Kociuk in the quarter-final game. That was a very, very good match indeed. High standard here. And that went to a deciding frame. And at one stage, Umut was 2 frames to 0 down, and he battled back to get over the line. Well, we just have 5 reds left, and this opening frame is just 8 minutes old. This all started with a really good pot to the left centre. I'll just tell you a little bit about how Oliver's feeling at the moment, because this is silky snooker. It really is lovely to watch. Umut will look to make a response in the next frame, but what an opening frame from Oliver Sykes. Break moves on to 69. Possible 111 left if he can get what's remaining of the 43 balls. 43 points available. But he's gone up the table. The frame is done and dusted now. He's been unlucky there. That's the only error so far in this break. Another excellent shot with the rest. Oliver is looking really good here. Well, all Umut can do is sit there and watch, because this has been an extremely impressive opening frame from this talented young Englishman. Well, he just gets a little on that. He was unlucky not maybe to get it further out the table. Well, that's very impressive. What can you say about that? Only that was absolutely perfect snooker from Oliver Sykes. He takes the opening frame here in this European Championship semi-final. He leads by 1 frame to 0. So here we go with frame number 2. Umut Dikme to break. First round took 12 minutes, 93 break. Umut has to respond, I think. But I know Umut, and I know him a long, long time. He will not get excited, but that is not a good shot. Immediate opportunity for Oliver to get in here. He's got 5 loose reds at the bottom of the table. Oh, well, after what I was just witnessed, I'm surprised at that. Maybe he forced it a little too hard, but didn't expect that. So here comes Umut, opportunity, first real chance in the semi-final. Just getting himself right, comfortable. He hasn't had much table time, to be honest. In the other semi-final, it's still 0-0 between Anton Kazakov and Robin Hull. Very early stages in terms of points, very low scoring at the moment. And that's exactly what I'd expect from this man. He is so chilled. That's the best word to use for Umut. We'll need to make some points here, make a response into this semi-final, because he had no chance to get to the table in the opening frame. So if you're just joining us here, you're more than welcome. Nice to have your company. We're in Gandia, in the province of Valencia, in Spain. Well, I don't know what happened there. He obviously took his eye off it just a fraction. These pockets are difficult. You have to be accurate. And that really is a poor miss from Umut. Well, I'll be disappointed with that. But it's never easy when the ball is at the pocket. Well, the question is here, this is not an easy pot. In a normal situation, yeah, 10 times out of 10. But this is a European Championship semi-final and he's going for it. Well, he's got the pot. He was very unlucky to clip the right side of the pack and put himself in a difficult position here for safety, but his intent is clear. He's going to attack this match. Well, he hasn't played the best safety shot there. Didn't get close to the baulk line. But he's left nothing easy for Umut. For you people in England and the people in Germany watching, shouting on your player, hope you're going to enjoy this match. Well, I know that Umut had a look. I'm not sure if he's left anything here. He has the red almost closest to the pink to cut to the right corner pocket, and of course the avenue to get back up the table. So a couple of misses in this one, but not easy shots. Well, we'll be looking to get back up by the yellow, I'd imagine. Just seeing what goes near the pocket. Again, very slow on pace. Just catching it too thick. Kind of a strange table we have at the moment. There's so many balls spread out with nothing available into the right. But whoever gets in here will have a really good chance, because looking at the table, the black spot is out of commission. It looks like the pink spot is out of commission. So there's a bit of work to be done yet. There's much better pace on this. This is going to be very close to the ball cushion. But I'm not sure if he's covered that right. I don't think so. It's very tight. It's a bunch kind of table, lots of balls together, lots of balls open, but nothing clear cut. I can tell you on the other semi-final, there's maybe a bit of a slope to the left of the table, because nearly all the balls are by the left corner pocket or all alongside the left hand. It's really difficult, and it's got re-rack written all over it. And it's only 8 points to 7, and the game has been in progress now for 21 minutes. There comes a time when you have to say, look, I'm a bit surprised that neither of the two of them have actually asked for the re-rack yet. But anyway, that's on table 3. Here on table 4, Oliver Sykes leads by 1 frame to 0. And this has been a kind of a scrappy type of frame. It's getting scrappier by the second, with the black now being tucked away. I think we were spoilt in the opening 12 minutes. Well, if everything's on the left-hand side in the other match, everything's on the right-hand side in this match, and it really does start to slow things down dramatically. Both tables could face re-racks, the way things are going, but neither player are giving way at the moment, but we all like clean cut snooker, don't we? Nice pots, good position, and when it gets to this kind of a situation, there's a triangle, including the black on the corner of that, on the side cushion. It's just like a 6 reds triangle. So here we are, the situation, both tables tied up at the moment, and something has to give somewhere along the line. So, just to give you an idea, when both tables are really tied up, early stages, Oliver Sykes now looking to go for another safety shot here, and leaves the red over the corner pocket, but there's so much traffic down there, I don't know if Umut can get to that. Well, the referee, Katalin Kocuk, having a good look at this too. This is typical for referees when we get to these scenarios. There is a point where he can ask the question, but not at the moment. So I'm just asking the referee to have a good look at this. Let's take a look over on table 3, what's going on there at the moment. You can see that Anton has got a chance here, but again, the complete opposite situation to table 4, where the balls here are all on the left, bar 1. It's just opened up, and this is the opening frame. And 27 minutes into this frame. So a bit of congestion here in Gandia. Well, there's been a lot of thought about this one. Really taking his time. And after all that, he's decided to go the other route. Well, he hits it. Nearly potted it. Germany versus England here. Finland versus Ukraine on the other table. It's a bit of a stalemate at the moment. And again, perfect pace from Oliver Sykes, right to the ball cushion. that could hit the brown. The brown will save him maybe. Oh, he just skirt past it. He's left that red. Not easy. But if he can get the right connection on the cue ball here, he may get back up for the pink. And then he has a choice to make. Biggest problem with screwing back from this shot is he could just rattle into that cluster of reds and leave himself snookered. So it's just a very difficult choice here for Oliver. In the end, decides not to, frees the black. The cue ball is in the centre left. It's unlucky. Well, at least the black is back out. That's good. And one or two of those reds moving on to the table. Very unlucky to go in off. Umut Dikme. He has really got to get going here. Big shot coming up. Robin Hull leads Anton Kazakov by 29 points to 22 in the opening frame in the other semi-final. I will keep you up to date with that one. Well, that has changed the complexion of this second frame. It was a long way from the pot, and it's really opened up the balls a lot better. And this is a chance for Oliver. Sometimes snooker is all about patience. Sometimes it's not easy to be patient, especially in these situations, but chance for Oliver here. Heading towards that pocket again. Oh, he was lucky. He gets the black into play, and it's a good pot. When players haven't been actually potting balls and playing safety, it's very difficult to come onto the table and just hit a clean pot like that. So that was an excellent pot from Oliver. Oliver would love to get that black back on its spot. So with that in mind, if he can get this black and get the cue ball into a good position, he has a very good chance of mounting a lot of points here. Heavy scoring opportunity if he can control the cue ball here. Big chance. Of all the players that we have here in Gandia in Spain, Oliver is the one I think that just is so focused when he's at the table. Doesn't rush, plays everything at the same pace. it doesn't hurt that he's very talented as well. So if you're going to give a player like that an opportunity, he's going to take it every time. On the other semi-final at the moment, 29 points apiece. They're still in the opening frame. Of course, Anton Kazakov has won a tour card here by becoming the under-21 European champion. So I'm sure these two boys will be, somewhere in the back of their head, they'll be hoping for a Ukrainian win, because that will cement the other finalist place on the WST. But by the looks of table 3 at the moment, that's going to take a little bit of time. Well, we're getting to the business end of this frame. A lot of opportunities for more points for Oliver, but nothing really that easy. So every single point he mounts at the moment are crucial. $34 points ahead now. Well, it wasn't the easiest of shots. It was missable, but it's an opportunity for Umut now to get back into the semi-final, get back on the table. And we all know snooker's a game of moments and momentum. And things can change very quickly. Well, he'll take that. You never know, looking at Oliver, if he's happy or not, because he's so focused and concentrating on what he's doing. He lives every shot. So again, a tricky situation for Umut. The way the balls are lined up, it makes it just that bit more trickier to get the safety. He's got to be careful as well, because if he catches it wrong, he'll send one of these reds to the other pocket and it'll open up. Oh, it's a very important shot in this frame for Umut Dikme. Oh, he's unlucky, went for that. Surprised he didn't try the safety. I think that's too much risk, no reward. And Oliver Sykes has another opportunity to mount more points in what seems to be a bit of a pivotal frame early on in this semi-final. is incredible. Who would have thought that would happen? It's a chance for Umut. He's out of his chair fairly quickly. I'm surprised. Just a lack of concentration for a second. And with these pockets, that's all it takes. So it's a good opener. He needs something to set him into this. And once he gets going, he's absolutely ferocious on the table. How expensive is that Miss Blue going to be for Oliver Sykes? Well, this is a framing opportunity for Umut Dikme. Really strange frame this, neither of the two players. I wonder, that Miss Blue, I wonder what's that going to do to Oliver. He'll need to shake that off pretty quickly. Oh, that's worked out really well. That was a good shot to release that red off the cushion. Nicely on the pink. Well, you know, he's just 8 points behind here. He's got a nice angle on this red as well, so a good shot there. Looking very comfortable at the moment. We'll regain the lead with this black. Oh, we'll make it level, I should say. I apologise. With this black. He's gone right into the red here. It's not too bad. I thought for a second they were going to be stuck together, but he has got a shot to the top right. They're all level, 47 points apiece, 35 points available. Oh, no. He misses. It never looked in. I think he slightly rushed the shot. So, Oliver Sykes, the man from Hampshire in the UK and England, has a chance here. Has another look at the scoreboard. Now decides to have a look at the potting line here. He just slowed himself down, concentrating, get himself ready for this shot. What a chance for Umut Dikme. Slightly out of position on the last red, never looked in the pocket. Chance for Oliver here. And that's the toughest part out of the way so far, with the exception of the blue ball. He's trying to work out what he needs. And that's pretty good on the yellow. We'll need this blue ball. I would imagine just getting the right position for the blue is all that will be going through his head. I can tell you that Robin Hull has taken the opening frame in the other semi-final. He leads Anton Kazakov by 1-0. Well, he's got to probably drop this in dead weight. Well, possible with a bit of pace. Nice control on the cue ball. Frame ball here. Now snooker's required for Umut. Needs a snooker and the two balls to force a respotted black. But this won't be far away from the pocket, I can promise you. Well, what do I know? What a beautiful shot that was. Outstanding. Outstanding bit of snooker there. Full length of the table, practically. Perfect control of the cue ball. Umut has a chance, you know, if he comes off the cushion correctly here, he gets the right contact with the pink. He's just looking at that now. It's all about the pace here. And that's not what he wanted, that's for sure. Two choices here for Oliver. Centre right or top right. Centre right looks to be the one with less danger on the cue ball. And that's an excellent pot. It's the second frame for England's Oliver Sykes. The man from Ludwigsburg near Stuttgart, Umut Dikme, needs to react. He had chances in that frame. The frame goes to Oliver Sykes. He leads by 2-0. We'll just take a look over on table 3 for a while they're getting ready to start the third frame. And Anton Kazakov is in. He trails by 1 frame to 0. It was a marathon of an opening frame. Lots of
22.
Safety involved, lots of difficult shots, but Robin came out on top. This man is like Lazarus, isn't he? He wins so many years ago, comes back and wins again, and he's back again within 1 match of the final. And of course, he's up against what is one of the toughest players in the amateur scene, no longer an amateur from next season onwards, Anton Kazakov, whose game has come on leaps and bounds. We'll keep in touch with that during the course of the semi-finals. But we're back on table 1, or table 4 I should say, and it is 2 frames to 0 in favour of Oliver Sykes. Very difficult attempt, and immediately Oliver has an opportunity, and he will just stroll nonchalantly up to the red ball and try and apply even more pressure. I was just having a look at the red at the bottom of the cluster there to see if it pots. I think it does. Very smooth, gentle shot. Nice position on the red. 1 or 2 reds to play with. But he doesn't hesitate about going into the pack if he can. Cueing it so well. The opening frame was just 12 minutes long. We had 37 minutes in the second frame. So quite a different type of frame altogether, but this has really given Oliver an opportunity early on in this third frame. Best of 7, first to 4. Gets to play in the final this afternoon here in Spain. Always watching that cue ball. It's very close, but it just stays out. Again, he's been unlucky there. The last time he split the pack, he caught it on the right-hand side, and this time again, he's been very unlucky with the split because he's split the reds beautifully. They're everywhere to be potted. But he's got to be careful here. It's not nice what a cue ball is. It's better than being in the pocket, I suppose, but still it's tricky. And the red's gone to the top. Oh, and that is a huge fluke. Huge fluke. Well, you need a bit of luck as well when you play snooker. That was a real golden slice of luck for Oliver Sykes. He wouldn't have necessarily given away the frame, but he would have given Umut a huge opportunity. He's missed the yellow, and he's missed a few shots in the last couple of visits to the table, and just uncharacteristic of this young, talented Englishman to do that. But every time he gives Umut a chance, Umut gets in but doesn't take advantage. He's going to need to do something quickly. These frames run away very fast. So, slight bit of indecisiveness from Umut, who on quite a few occasions has stepped back from the table. It's a very good pot. He's unlucky not to get to the other side of the blue there, but very good shot from Umut Dikme. Well, he's done well to navigate his way back out of balk. He's got a couple of choices here. The obvious one is to the centre pocket, but I think the red of that cluster of three, the one that's at the top of that May pot, well, it looks like it is the more difficult choice. These are not easy, these little cuts into the middle pocket, but he does well. He'll look for a nice bounce here, and he gets it. Well, it's a cardinal sin. And that's, I think, the second or third time he's furious with himself. Absolutely furious with himself. He's done that on a couple of occasions into that pocket. That's at least 2 times he's left the ball over the pocket. A red for sure, now the black. Trading by 2 frames to nil. And he will be punished heavily here. Well, he's absolutely raging in his seat at the moment, Umut Dikme is furious after that miss. And he'll need to get his head together here, because Oliver Sykes will punish every mistake like that. Not the red on the top of that cluster that Umut decided not to play. And this pot will open up maybe 1 or 2 more. Well, Oliver just calmly paroling this table, walking around, reading every situation. He's been given another excellent opportunity by his opponent. We're just a fraction short on the red, but it's still okay. Makes the shot that bit more difficult. He'll be looking to get up the table here a bit. The blue ball would be the obvious choice, or if he has the ability to just stun past the pink. Well, he uses the pink, and that's fantastic snooker, just to get himself into perfect position on the blue. I think the 2 reds to the left above the black will pot. Definitely the top red on the left will pot. I'm looking to the cluster of 3 reds, obviously the red to the right also pots as well. So we're just having a look at both options here, following this pot. Well, it's looking ominous for Umut. 49 points behind, 58 points available after this pink. He doesn't get the pink. There's a chance here for Umut. That is a big error, but Umut needs to just get himself going in this semi-final because he hasn't got going yet. This is a chance. And he's left that very short. Now he's got to go in and out of balk, and not as easy on this side of the table as it was on the other side. He'll have to screw to miss the brown to the left. He's done well. Very close to the brown, but he's done really well there. It's a very good shot. Well, not the easiest with this black. There is a slight angle. He's going to have to work the cue ball here. Another very good shot by this talented German player. Plenty of points on the table. This time he's perfect on the blue. $34 points behind with 5 to come, and then a possible 35. So lots of points there. I could have left that slightly further up. He'll have to negotiate over the pink here. Doesn't always make the shot the easiest. Well, he's gone about his business an awful lot better now. But he's not leaving himself the easiest of shots. And to be fair, the yellow and the pink aren't in great positions. Well, that wasn't very good, to be honest. It's a good pot in the blue, but a strange decision to play that type of shot. Now he's got to consider the snooker. $23 points behind, 27 points on the table. So yellow and green would be enough for Oliver Sykes to make his opponent require snookers. It's a snooker, but it's a pretty easy one to escape from. It's no problem, I think, for Oliver to get out of this snooker. I think the problem is where he leaves the yellow ball, and I find it hard to control. I think it's about the pace. Or is he looking that he may have a shot directly onto this? And he's played it well. It's a very fine shot because there was very little to work with there. Something similar to this shot. Nothing easy in this match for Umut so far. Everything's been a struggle. Oh, he's missed it. We'll see now whether Oliver will put him back. I don't think he will. I think Oliver will play this. He gets the yellow and the green. If he gets this yellow, the rest are really pretty elementary. He's just getting this pot. And he does. He didn't force it. He's quite happy just to take the pot. Excellent green for Oliver Sykes. Excellent green. And has complete control of this match at the moment. He's on the verge of leading by 3-0. Mistakes from Umut have really cost the German. Just waiting to see if he will come back to the table. Maybe he just wants to try and pot a few balls because he's way out of contention in this frame. Indeed he does, just trying to get a few pots in. This match very much in the control of England's Oliver Sykes, who is now just 1 frame away from making it through to the 2026 European Snooker Championships. Final here in Gandia, just 1 frame. The other semi-final, tight match in the 2nd frame. It's Anton Kazakov who leads by 51 points to 46 points. Robin Hall leads by 1 frame to 0. This is a good shot if we can just keep rolling. Nope, is the answer to that. Nothing going Umut's way, really. He must feel that way, but to be fair, Oliver hasn't made that many mistakes. Been playing impeccable at times. Well, another frame is gone from him, but he's doing the right thing. He needs to get some table time out there. He hasn't had a whole lot, to be honest. And at that pace, that is just incredible. And that is the end of the frame. What a performance so far from Oliver Sykes. He looks unplayable at times. He leads by 3 frames to 0. So it's now or never for Umut Dikme. He has to win the remaining 4 frames. He trails by 3 frames to 0 and breaks up in this 4th frame. And to come back from this situation would be pretty epic. You never know in snooker, anything is possible. But the odds are slightly stacked against the young German now at this stage. Oh, and that's so unlucky. It rattled the pocket. It could have easily fallen. In the other semi-final, it's 1 frame apiece. Anton Kazakov just securing the 2nd frame. As we move into an hour and 15 minutes of this session. Both semi-finals, of course, started at 10 a.m. local time here. Umut Dikme has a chance. That was a very unlucky shot from Oliver. It really rattled the pocket. He thought it was gone. Umut's back in here now. He has to quite obviously win all the last remaining 4 frames if he is to secure a place in this 2026 European Snooker Championship final. And he started off pretty well here. So every shot now is like a crucial shot for this man from Ludwigsburg near Stuttgart in Germany. He knows it, everybody else knows it, and sometimes that can apply a lot of pressure onto your opponent, because obviously Umut must go for it, has nothing to lose but take this on. Oliver still has to get over the line here. So there's lots of different permutations and different emotions in this particular match. He's very unlucky there. Gets a little touch back off the knuckle of the centre right pocket, which he'll take. Otherwise the cue ball was definitely heading to balk. But unlucky with the split. Big shot here. Big shot. Very well played. Excellent pot from Umut. Well, he's kind of left that in no man's land in a sense. It's okay, he's got the red to the left corner pocket. But he'll be going into more reds unless he can get a really good contact and get it back for the blue. The pink will pot into the right corner. He's going to have to be very careful with this shot. And he does really well. Very brave, powerful shot. Doesn't get easier though. This black is very missable. Lovely control again from Umut Dikme. Excellent pace on the cue ball as well. So nice lead now. I think Umut's probably thinking to himself, am I going to get any easy opportunities, easy pots, because everything he's had to work with. He's had to really struggle a little bit just to get the clear pot, the clear cueing. He's doing well now. He'll go over the half century here with this black. And that was a positive shot with conviction. Much better snooker from this talented German. Moving towards securing his first frame in the semi-final. So, frame ball, very quick frame this, very quick. And fair play to Umut Dikme, he has been practically battered in the opening 3 frames. Mistakes and Oliver playing very, very well. But he's made a response, he's come back, and he's taken this 4th frame. He'd like to keep going. Now looking at the 10 reds and the 10 blacks and wondering what's coming next. Excellent shot, bit of luck with the brown, but now he's on 11 reds, 10 blacks. Surely not. Well, it continued. Oh, so unlucky there. Very unlucky. Played a great pot and just looking to touch onto those 2 reds, and the break is 88. That's a good answer from Umut Dikme. And he wins this frame. Welcome to the semi-final, Umut. You've done well there. Excellent game of snooker from the the young German. It's Oliver Sykes who leads by 3 frames to 1. And we have maybe a twist in the tail to come. Who knows? We'll be back in a minute.
Thank you. Keep praying for the Messiah to
Frame number 5, Oliver Sykes to break. He leads by 3 frames to 1 here in Gandia, in the province of Valencia in Spain. This 2026 European Billiards and Snooker Association European Championship semi-final. Great performance from Umut in that last frame, because he knows he's got to do it all the hard way now, and that is not the ideal start. There's going to be pressure on Oliver to get this done and dusted too. It's not easy to get over the line. He really needs to keep the same composure that he's had all the way through the match so far. But things can change so quickly in a game like this. Suddenly you don't make the right decisions, or you miss a shot you shouldn't, and you're thinking about getting to the final. It can have a bad effect on your game, but this young man is so mature in his game and so composed. He'll just concentrate on what he has to do. Umut will hope for a mistake or two, give him a chance. Well, that's pretty immaculate. That was not an easy shot. He made it look so nice. Beautiful pace on the cue ball. We've seen a few balls missed into that corner pocket, and that could have easily stayed out, but he's played that really well.
Hey.
And he's back into a rhythm here. Red to the left centre, and then the blue. Might even think about flying into that pink ball. He's got a red to the bottom right. Lots of options here for Oliver Sykes. that was, well, it wasn't perfect, but it went in. I'm just wondering, is he thinking, will I crash into the pink and split these reds, or will I just hold for the red? Well, he's obviously not going to do that. He's going to go up the table and try and come back around for position. Pretty straightforward. Yellow. Good cue power. Maybe thinking about getting this red out of the way. It's the one obstacle, I suppose, into a pocket for him. He hits this correctly, he'll be back on the black again, so very well played. So he has tremendous cue power and a good cue action. He's went into the pack there. It's okay, it's not an easy shot, but he has split more balls open and he's moved 2 balls nicely up the table as well, so he'll have different options. Needs to pot this first. Well, that's lovely. Beautiful play. And look at the position on the blue. It's immaculate. Excellent snooker from Sykes. The other semi-final still in the 3rd frame, and it's Robin Hull who just leads by 12 points to 8 points. Sykes within maybe 4 or 5 minutes of securing a place in the European Championship final. And the way he's cueing, I can't see him missing a whole lot of easy shots. It's when he gets rid of these reds. He's already looking at the pink to see what that will split. So he can tidy up these 2 reds and get himself into a nice position for a split. Also looking at the possibility of a plant there, but I don't think it goes. I'm giving this a good deal of thought. He really is so composed at the table. Just looking to see if that is a 2-ball plant. I do not think it is. I think if he goes into the pink here, he's going to open up everything. He's a little unlucky there. He has the red to the bottom right. He'll need a bit of equipment to play that one. But moves on to a 45-point lead. And I feel for Umut, he just hasn't got going in this semi-final so far. And there's nothing he can do about this. So, how would you fancy this shot in a European Championship semi-final? This will test your eyesight, that's for sure. And again, immaculate. And the position on the blue is just beautiful. Silky snooker from Sykes at the moment here in Gandia. He is complete control of his game. 46 points ahead. Getting ever closer to this European final. He was a bit straight on that, I think, but he has a 52-point advantage here on a break of 52. Five will be 57, and the reds are running out for Umut. Time is running out for the German because it's going to take something strange for this man to throw away any easy shots. Great control again on the cue ball and making easy passages through the play here. He makes the hard shots look so easy. Tall pink ball, and that will go back on its spot. The red at the bottom of that cluster will pot into the right corner pocket. And that's held to perfection from Oliver Sykes. Couldn't have put it, if he was to place it with his hand, he couldn't put it in a better position. Oliver Sykes moving ever closer. Top left, maybe the bottom right goes as well. Oliver Sykes now in full control. Just 58 points available, and he already leads by 72, so I cannot see. Well, he's just making sure he doesn't want to miss here. Just wants to keep it going. I think this red will be the end of the semi-final. I don't think it'll be the end of the break, though, because he's playing absolutely beautiful. Pink to the right centre looks like a nice option. He's so focused, I don't think even Oliver knows what the score is at the moment. He's just playing his snooker. Well, people were impressed with this young man for quite a while. He's been close, but hasn't got what everyone expects from him, and he's starting to prove an awful lot of people wrong in that direction. Now, what a composed effort, what a fantastic performance from this young Englishman. I think that will be that. A shake of the hands. Oliver Sykes is through to the 2026 European Snooker Championship Final. He wins by 4 frames to 1. Commiserations to Umut Dikme. He really didn't have a chance in that match. His perfection at times on playability is another word that will make up for this one, because he has been absolutely excellent. Oliver Sykes makes it through. We'll be back again at 4 o'clock this afternoon here, Central European time. That's 3 p.m. in Greenwich Mean Time. We'll be back with the final. We know one man that's in it. That's Oliver Sykes. 1 match away from a tour card and the title of European champion. Thanks for your company. We'll be back with you at 4 o'clock. Bye-bye.